What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets. This video has nothing to do with the NFL or the Jets. So if you're looking for that kind of content, please check out the rest of our channel. As most of you know by now, I'm working on a fundraiser to help support our veterans and raise mental health awareness as I'm doing a marathon on April 13th. Throughout this time period, I'm going to be doing a series of videos talking about mental health and life issues. And this is one of them. So episode 2, my first discussed dealing with depression and anxiety and those gray areas and those dark moments and how to cope with it. This one is kind of different direction where it's just dealing with adversity, disappointment, defeat, and becoming our own worst enemy because of those results. And it's something that I've dealt with in myself, that you look back at it, you take your lessons learned and you try to prevent it from going forward. And it could be a variety of things. It could be you didn't get a job promotion. You didn't get the job you wanted. You went for an interview. It could be you competed in an athletic event, you lost, or you didn't get whatever goal you set, you didn't accomplish it, and you're sitting there with your shoulders slumped and you're down and you're just like, now what? And I think the most important thing to realize is you don't let these setbacks define you, no matter what it is. I went, about 8 years ago, I went on an interview I had to desperately change my job. I went on an interview and I was so prepared, man. I knew the company inside out and backwards. You asked me a question, I knew it, verbatim. My resume matched, everything matched. So I go through the interview, I felt great about it when I left. 5 days later, didn't get the job. And I was like, if I didn't get this job, when I was, when everything seemed to be perfect, what in the hell am I gonna do? Am I done? Are there no answers? Am I have to settle for less now? And the thing is, you gotta just dust yourself off. Like, all right, this is one of how many out there. On to the next one. You've got to keep moving forward. You can't let that moment or that setback define you. It's like, this is it. It's a speed bump. You're bumping the road. We got to keep moving forward. And what actually happened was I actually ended up getting a better job than the one I actually interviewed for, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Now, it's not always going to be like that. It may not always be that easy, but that's kind of the situation. Also, I've been very fortunate over the past 10 years to train and coach in one of the best MMA gyms on the East Coast. And it was, UFC fighters from all throughout the world were there, and it was some of the best in the world trained there, had their fight camps there, including Frankie Yeager, who's from Thomasville, New Jersey, not too far from here. And, when Frankie would fight for a title, there was so much energy and so much invested in it. He's the captain of the team. He's a leader. He is all involved in the community. Everybody knows who he is. And when he came up short, everybody was heartbroken, disappointed. You're like, how does he handle this? How does he walk in and face everybody? Like, how long will he not come back to the gym or whatever else? Frankie would fight on a Saturday. He would be back in the gym no later than Wednesday. And he would be there focused, determined, like, all right, got a couple injuries. I can't do this. I can do that. I can work on my cardio. I can work on my footwork. I can work on conditioning. Back in team practice, back helping his teammates, helping the younger fighters. Like, he was like, look, this is back to the drawing board. This isn't stopping me. I'm full speed ahead. Let's get after it. And that was a really interesting lesson for me to watch him do that, because he's such a prominent person that, in fighting, it's you versus one other guy. That's it, man. You only have yourself to blame, win or lose. That's it. You own it, and that's on your record. And see how he handled that adversity was really impressive. And it's kind of like a life lesson. Like, there is nobody in this world that has the perfect life 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Everybody deals with some kind of adversity or disappointment or downtimes in their life. It's going to happen. It's how we handle it. Do we let it get us down? Do we let us hold it back? Obviously, you got to figure out why it happened and try to figure out answers how to fix it. But you got to say, okay, listen, it happened. Now what? We got to go forward. We got to keep pushing forward to find the answers and seek and achieve the results we want. And if you can't do this, or you find yourself disappointed, or you're just kind of lost, the one thing you do is don't always take it on yourself to have all the burden and pressure on yourself. Share it with somebody else and say, listen, this is what I'm going through. Can you help me understand what I could have done differently, or what I can do differently, or how I can network to do this, or how I can get in better physical shape, or whatever your goal is. Try to use resources around you to do it. Like, we sometimes we take it all on ourselves and get so down on ourselves, where maybe we need a little guidance or assistance to get ourselves out of it. So I guess the moral of the story is, life's not always gonna be easy. We know that. It's just, we can't let the things that happen to us bring us down to levels that have us going in the wrong direction. It happens, we own it, we face it, we address it, and we keep pushing forward. Because better days are always ahead. And one thing, like I always say this, and I learned myself, is literally every day It's a new opportunity. When you wake up, those next 24 hours are an opportunity to do something different and make something better for yourself. It really is. It's our choice. Do you want to make the commitment to make a change and get better? Do you want to stay the same, or do you want to go backwards? What do you want to do? You have that opportunity. You have that choice every day you wake up. It's about what you want to do with it.